Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today. Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
Greenwoods went for goal. Goalkeeper missed it. He does the right hand and down goes Hooper straight away. Oh, what a point to end it on. So now this is when they're at their best. That's when they're 12 years minutes. So drink it in. Still goes through offense New Zealand. What he loves to be immortality as an athlete, 19.79. It's a goal, his 8th goal.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today. Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing. You human trafficker. You understand.
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
Back, Steve Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. Of course, we bring you the latest revolving around the world of sports, and we have a lot for you today. Of course, we'll be taking a look at the latest coming from the world of tennis, the ITTF. We saw it got underway, and Aruna Quadri, of course, is doing something great as Aruna Quadri and Meshiva, of course, put up a very impressive performance down there. They reclaimed the ITTF title in Rwanda. Aruna stay fresh from his exploit at the World Table Tennis Saudi Smash. Was again unstoppable with a commanding win in the final against Egypt Mohamed Bali. The one-sided final saw Aruna effortlessly take down the Egyptian with a 4-0 win to emerge as the new African Cup champion after losing the title to Egypt Omar Assar in 2018. Like Aruna, Mashir was at her best after coming back from 2-0 down to defeat her compatriot Miriam Ahodebi 4-3 to become the new African Cup champion after losing the last two editions in the final. Impressive move, of course, you would say down there for Aruna Quadri, of course, reclaiming back his his ITTF title from Omar Assar. Has been an impressive, ride so far for the man, and from what we've seen so far, I think the man is back to his best at this point in time. He will doing everything he can to make sure he gets down, to the Paris Olympic Games, and as well put up another impressive performance for himself. Has been an impressive one for him, despite the hitches or some level of inconsistency we've seen from him of recent, and we hope to see him putting up some impressive performance, going forward for himself. Let's see how far, of course, he will go this time around, and we look forward to see him and his teammates. Talking about other tennis players that play in Nigeria, the likes of Bello, the likes of Fyongodem, and the rest of them also putting up some impressive performance going forward. The promises to be an exciting one, of course, for Aruna Quadri. We hope, of course, he continue with this same momentum going forward. Still talking about tennis, world number one, Iga Swiatek breezed into the semi-finals of the Italian Open with a straight set victory over 18th seed Madison Keys, a 32-year-old who took the title in Rome in 2021 and 2022 wrap up the 6-1, 6-3 win in 77 minutes. Title for herself this time around, and look forward to see how far she will go. And for Coco Golf as well, it is going to be another time where we'll be looking forward to see her, coming up with another impressive performance. Good players will be locking horns in the semi-final or for the Italian Open, and we'll see who get this one at the end or for the day. On the other side, we'll be seeing Aryna Sabalenka as well, doing something great as well for herself, as she also has sailed through down to the semi-final for the Italian Open. She'll be locking horns against Victoria Azarenka, and that will be another interesting one to watch out for. Keep our fingers crossed and see how all of those encounters, of course, will pan out at the end of the day. Promises to be an exciting semi-final clash between Iga Swiatek and Coco Golf, Aryna Sabalenka, as well as Victoria Azarenka as well. But let's stay away from that as we take a look at the latest coming from the NBA at the moment, as Nikola Jokic has scored 40 points as reigning NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets, secured a 112 to 97 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves to go 3-2 ahead in the Western Conference playoff semi-final series. The Serb was named the league most valuable player for the third time last week and picked up the award before the match in Denver. Jokic, who is 29 years of age, added 13 assists and 7 rebounds to turn the series around after the Nuggets had lost the opening 2 games for the semi-finals. The series goes back to Minneapolis for Game 6 early hours or for tomorrow, and we'll see how that one will pan out as well. In the Eastern Conference semi-final, Jalen Brunson scored 44 points as the New York Knicks beats the Indiana Pacers 121-91 to take a 3-2 lead in their playoff series. The Knicks had lost their last 2 matches, but rotated their team to take victory in New York as Allen Burks scored 18 points off for the bench with several players out injured as well. So it's been an impressive ride for Denver Nuggets, coming back, from 2-0 down, and now they are leading in that encounter against the Minnesota Timberwolves 3-2 at this point. Nikola Jokic, of course, the man of the moment, doing the needful as well for the Denver Nuggets side. Defending champion, of course, they are. Well, of course, you asked the question, how far can they go this time around? We just have to keep our fingers crossed and see how it will go down. It is Game 5. Game 5 has been concluded. Game 6, of course, all right, so at this point, I'll take a short break. When we'll come back from the break, we'll move straight to the beautiful world of football, and we'll be having a virtual guest, Gogo Obrudemi. Of course, we'll be talking to us because the title race in the English Premier League is really, hot at the moment, and we have to take a look at that when we'll come back from this short break.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what the blood.
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody.
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honourable
you human trafficker.
Honourable
You're a human trafficker.
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blow.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today. Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blow.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
These sports extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. Joining me as well to take a look at the title race in the English Premier League is Emmanuel Michael. Good evening to you and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening to you, Kingsley, and good evening to our viewers.
All right, so we saw an impressive encounter yesterday. Tiamospo against Manchester City. What do you think of that encounter? A lot of persons actually complained that the performance of Tottenham Hotspur yesterday was not, of course, befitting at all, and they lost that particular encounter 2-0 against Manchester City. What do you make of the performance of Tottenham Hotspur in that encounter?
First, I think Kingsley, I want to disagree with your assertion that some persons thought that Tottenham was really disappointing. No, I think Tottenham, if you take a look at what they played yesterday against Manchester City, that is one of the best games they've played. Among some of the teams that have actually troubled Manchester City. So this is maybe you mentioned the likes of Aston Villa, Arsenal. I think Tottenham actually gave a good account of themselves yesterday. Take a look at the rhythm of their play yesterday. I mean, first half they completely outplayed Manchester City. Had a couple of chances as well to even take the lead. It's just that it wasn't their day. So I beg to veer from that opinion that Tottenham was really disappointing. They gave out everything they needed to play that yesterday. Though I understand the reason why some persons are thinking that Tottenham, did not put up an impressive display, just because most Arsenal fans, in fact, all Arsenal fans yesterday was hoping that Tottenham was going to do them a favor, by winning Manchester City or probably getting a point off Manchester City. So when they did not, meet up that expectation, they thought maybe Tottenham was, they performed below par yesterday. But then, for me, I think I want to totally disagree. They played all they could. They dominated proceedings in the first half, had a couple of opportunities as well to have even taken the lead, but it wasn't to come. But then again, Manchester City side, who is also, hoping to get all 3 points so as to close down Arsenal on the league and also affirm, their intent, their statement of intent that they want to win the league for the 4th consecutive time. So you expected Manchester City to also dominate proceeding right from the blast of the whistle down to the last end of the game, but then it wasn't to be. It was a keenly contested encounter. Of course, when Manchester City took the lead, you saw the glorious opportunities that Tottenham players had in the second half of the game to have even, draw level and possibly win the game. You saw that one-on-one when Song, the Korean, actually failed to take that chances. So I think for me, Tottenham played out their heart yesterday. You saw some of the players when they were being substituted of a pentacle, he was so dejected, he was so disappointed to himself. Why? Because Tottenham couldn't win the game yesterday. So for me, I think it's just Manchester City having the superior hand of us, with high hope of expectation that time before then they want to write a history. Like in the history of the EPL, no team or no manager has ever won the EPL 4 straight times. Of course, Pep Guardiola have equaled that of Manchester United under Alex Ferguson, where they back to back. That is 3 good times. But then since then, no team, no club have ever done it. And Manchester City, this is a history standing before them. And you think they are going to bottle it against Tottenham, despite the good record that Tottenham had against them even before heading into that game. In their last 4 meetings away to Tottenham, they've actually lost all 4, scored 0 goal, and considered 6 goals in a row. So with that hope and expectation, Arsenal fans thought maybe Tottenham is going to do them that favor. But then, I think for me, it is very, very disappointing for you to bank your hope on Man, because Man would definitely fail you. The foot they actually lost the Emirates to Aston Villa. I mean, that is where actually Arsenal bottled the league. So I think it was a 50-50 game, but then I think the better side won the game yesterday.
All right, sir, we're being joined by Gogo Nami. Gogo, good evening to you and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Kingsley. Good evening, fans. Good to be there.
All right, we're very happy to have you on the show this evening. Let's take a look at the encounter yesterday. The game between Liverpool and Manchester City ended 2-0 in favor of Manchester City. What went wrong yesterday for Tottenham Hotspur in that encounter?
For Tottenham, I think the best example they give, or the best part of the game was Son chance, and Son is, to me, I see him as one of the most clinical. He can finish with his left, he can finish with his right, he can finish with his left, he can finish with his right, and also with his left. So when Son is having a chance where he got a one-on-one chance, is almost not a Nicolas Jackson or Darwin Nunes, where chances like this begin to, shiver. No, he kept the job. But for some reasons, he couldn't get that chance, and you could see that, yes, they are disappointed with it, but at the same time, what is in for Arsenal, or what is in for Manchester City? Tottenham are fighting to get into Champions League places. Or not, at the back of their mind, there's also a little conflict. Whatever we do today has an effect on the title race. That Arsenal is important, and you don't want. It's like Everton and Liverpool. You don't want to be the one that will hand the title over to them. So as it stands right now, it was not as good as them to perform, but at the same time, I believe they gave their all to a certain extent. If it was the life on the line, or maybe them fighting for the league, they would have played better. Incentive is we need to get 3, but at the same time, we don't want to hand the league over to Arsenal. So they did their best, and it was not enough, but they won't cry over that result, because, like it or not, anything that will stop Arsenal from winning the league, Tottenham would like to contribute towards it.
All right, so let's take a look at the title race now, Gogo. What do you make of it at the moment? Really getting intense. In fact, the title race has been taken down to the wire at this point, as we'll be seeing the league winners. Of course, league winner this weekend. It's going to be between Manchester City and Arsenal Football Club. Another person has given it down to Manchester City, looking at the fact that they're now top of the table with 2 points ahead of Arsenal Football Club at the moment, and they were locking on against West Ham United this week at Stadium. What do you make of it? Where do you think the pendulum will swing to? And for Arsenal, do you think there's still hope for them in terms of winning the league this time
around? You don't let Pep Guardiola Manchester City side take the lead in any title race. Once they do, it's hope. Now, I remember when Brighton took the lead against Andy Murray on the Omobi. I forgot the name of the Brighton that scored, and it looked like Liverpool were going to win. Or second time when Aston Villa, led by Steven Gerrard, took a 2-goal against Manchester City, and thinking maybe this is the day it is to be over. But that was not what happened. This stone was because Manchester and Pep Guardiola with all in these stones with a snap of their feet. Madrid is in Europe, Man City is in England. I would say, I know there will be drama. I would shock if Man City are losing. You know what? It's written in the stars that Man City will win this league because they are a good side. Towards the end of the season, some finds a way to turn up. Excuse me, no one have predicted a player like Gabi Diop from defense to be getting goals and scoring of scoring. So I would say it's Manchester City's to lose, not because they are in the league, because what they have done in the time past, they are antecedent. So now it's not a breaking point. Liverpool has done it twice, but now use this incentive to break it. I will be shocked if Man City are not champions on Sunday. So keep the league trophy in preparation for Arsenal, their home ground, where the match will be played. If in case Arsenal find a way to win it, then City bottling it. But everything is pointing towards Pep Guardiola winning it 4 times in a row, showing that he owns the Premier League and he can do to the league what he pleases.
I don't know what you make of it. Gogo is saying that he said that The league is in the hands of Manchester City at the moment, but we have a certain West Ham that their coach, David Moyes, of course, this is his last season, and that will be his last game with Manchester City. And of course, he'll be looking very optimistic to get a favorable win, even away from home this weekend, just to make sure that he actually says his goodbye in a very, very fantastic manner. What do you make of for this encounter? And do West Ham have any chance to stop Manchester City this weekend?
Yes, of course, this is football. You can't actually rule out any upset in football. We've seen it a couple of times where Minos or the less, team that you least expect that they are going to give some of the big team a run for their money always come from the Blues to do the unthinkable. So for West Ham this season, they're very rejuvenated West Ham side under Davis Moyes, who will be leaving at the end of this season. Of course, since the acquisition of Mohamed Kudus, you saw his partnership with Lucas Paqueta, very, very good partnership among these two players. Whenever these two players is up and doing, expect West Ham to come to the party. But then they are coming up against a very strong Manchester City side that is almost looking at the trophy before them. You don't expect them to let it go like that. They must give up a fight. If it takes Pep Guardiola to kneel on the ground on the touchline that day to ensure that he gets all 3 points, I mean, Pep Guardiola is going to do that. But then against a very, unpredictable West Ham, you can also say, yes, it's going to be a banana peel for Manchester City, because at the tail end of the season, especially 2 or 3 games to go before the end of the season, you can see that Manchester City always they are always under pressure, to deliver, and that is going to affect how the game will be tilted toward come against West Ham. But I tell you, all things being equal, Manchester City will definitely get all 3 points, except the unthinkable happens, that West Ham is able to tame down Manchester City. Then Everton wins Arsenal, because so many persons is not even looking at the direction of Arsenal-Everton game. They thought it is already done and dusted that Arsenal is going to win it. But this is football pundits. They are giving it to Manchester City to leave the league, to win West Ham. But then, I think for me, it's going to be a tricky tie.
All right, Gogo, what do you make of Arsenal? Their progress so far this season. Eventually, they don't win the league this weekend. Take a look at what they've done so far for themselves this season. Will you say they've bottled the league once again?
What did they after losing it? They went the next year. Everyone would fall flat on their face. What? At the beginning of Arsenal were not playing well. They are not all this in the beginning of the season, and they are fighting on the season. For you to win a league in that charge, you need to be perfect. The Liverpool won it. You don't have 27 wins from the first 29 games. You need to go on such a run, and hopefully, as Manchester City
gives them that glory, as one of the most exciting league across the world, because of this competitive nature that we've seen in the English Premier League over the years, where most time the league goes down to the wire. Unlike other leagues where some leagues, even before 5 matches to spare, they've already won the league. In Bundesliga, Bayern Leverkusen actually dethroned Bayern Munich with 5 games to spare. In La Liga, Madrid coasted home the title with about 4 games to spare. Ligue 1 as well, PSG, so Italian Serie A, Inter Milan as well, wrapped up the league earlier before now. So I think because of this competitive nature where we see, the title race going down to the wire, almost to the last day of the league before you can truly determine who goes home with the trophy. I think for me, they have been able to maintain that status. So then also try to improve on their VAR issue, because that is the only thing I think for me is trying to take the shine away from English Premier League. There are hitherto VAR referees controversial decision out there is one of the things that they need to also put in order so as to give the English Premier League that glamour, that honor that it truly, deserve. But for me, I think we deserve or we need this kind of healthy rivalries or competition where the league is going to go down to the wire before you can truly pinch your tent on one team and say, okay, yes, this is a team that actually lifted. I mean,
title, but they lost it. Even in Europe as well, they lost that from the Europa League, and just getting the Carabao Cup, stands now. What do you make of the season for Liverpool? The coach Jurgen Klopp will be leaving at the end of this season as well.
I'll say for Liverpool and Klopp because he has created so magic for the football club. You're thinking, okay, the end of his time in Liverpool after 9 years is going to end in magic. Yes, they had planned to do a parade if they had won more trophies besides the Carabao Cup, but they didn't. So winning just the Carabao Cup and there's no chance of winning the league, I would say it's been a good season, especially from where they're coming from last year. Last year they were atrocious. The reason they were playing in the Europa League was how bad. After thrashing Manchester United 7-0, went on to lose to Bournemouth 1-0. That is to show you how bad Liverpool were last season. So, using that team, new set of midfield, and people have written off some of the players. It sounds like we don't have so many managers with personalities. I would say the league would miss him, Liverpool would miss him. Liverpool needs to look at the next one. And there are rumors of them get slot. But I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate their season a 7.5 over 10.
All right, so Michael, what do you make of it? Liverpool will be having another manager come next season in person of Slots. Do you see him building on what Jurgen Klopp has done so far?
Well, no two managers are the same. Jurgen Klopp has come, he has done his own part, and is leaving on a very high note because he has actually, revived this Liverpool side for, about 30 good years. Liverpool is unable to break that jinx of winning the EPL, but under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool were able to come back into reckoning because Liverpool literally they were dying. They were out of reckoning. Because of the history that they had created for themselves. But thanks to Jurgen Klopp, who came and revitalized and reinvent that new Liverpool that we've seen of this day, winning the Champions League, the EPL, and some other, trophies out there. I think it's a great one. But then, now it is time for Jurgen Klopp to bow out.
To the big team. Beautiful one is a team like Aston Villa making it Manchester United, Chelsea, languishing down. This did it. A small team coached by the man Unai Emery that came the first time and was respected in media by everyone. But at the end of the day, shown that he is not a bad coach. And they got to the semi-finals of the Europe, which is also a plus. They have a very good squad, but when you watch them play, you know that they are proper coach. So I would say it's a very good one for them. Qualifying for Europe is a blessing and also a curse. The blessing is going to play competition. The curse is going to stretch squad-wise, tactically to the Wednesday and Saturday. Can you deal with it? So as it stands right now for Aston Villa, if whatever happens, Unai in contention for manager of the season. That's to show you how good of a
blessing also and a curse. But I want to also say, for me, it's more like a curse to them because did they have the squad depth, to compete on the highest level against some of the biggest teams in the world of football? Because they'll be coming up against the likes of Real Madrid of this world, likes of Bayern Munich of this world, Inter Milan, just name it. Barcelona. These are very big teams that I feel, for me, I thought Aston Villa at this point in time, they don't have what it takes. But then they can still go to the market. But don't forget the financial fair play. It can also limit, their strength of spending, and that is going to be a disadvantage, because if they don't have that squad depth, then it is a problem challenging against some of the biggest teams in Europe. We saw how Newcastle qualified for the Champions League after 20-something in going to the Champions League. So all of this serves as a disadvantage for Aston Villa, but then, like I said, it is also a blessing, because their pocket financially is going to increase a little bit.
All right, let's see how it goes for Aston Villa. But tonight we'll see two matches. Manchester United will lock arms against Newcastle United, while Chelsea will be gnashing against Brighton and Hove Albion. Chelsea look